Welcome to the Watchung Borough School District Board of Education reorganization meeting. Today is January 6, 2025. The Watchung Borough School District is committed to inspiring learners to explore, inquire, and collaborate on their joyful journey toward discovery, independent thinking, and creative problem solving. Our culture of acceptance and inclusion provides the foundation for learning and social and emotional growth. Through reflection and ethical decision-making, we continue to learn and grow, embrace differences, and prepare for an increasingly complex, ever-changing world. Would everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Welcome to a meeting of the Board of Education of the Borough of Watchung. Please be advised that this and all meetings of the board are open to the public and media, consistent with the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Laws of 1975, and that the advance notice required herein has been provided. This is a regular meeting of the Board of Education of the Borough of Watchung at which formal action may be taken. This meeting is being live streamed on the district website, where a recording of the meeting will also be posted. The public will have an opportunity to be heard as shown on the agenda at points in the meeting provided for the public to address the board. Recording or photographing other than for private personal use requires the consent of parents, guardians whose children may be included in the image. Okay. I have a couple of announcements. Due to the holiday, there has been a delay in processing the clearance paperwork for our new board member, Adam Kraft. Therefore, he will be sworn in at the next meeting. Also, unfortunately, Gwen Thornton was unable to make the meeting tonight, so we'll be doing the ethics training on the January 23rd meeting, when everybody's present anyway. That's those two announcements. Okay. I will now announce the results of the election. The annual school election of the Watchung Borough School District, County of Somerset, was held on November 5th, 2024. The number of registered voters as of October 24th, 2024 was 5,358. The number of votes cast, 7,427. The official results of the school election for the three-year terms were Dory Harvey, 1,513 votes, Jessica Maddox, 1,561 votes, Adam Kraft, 1,554 votes, Thomas Nadbiolini, 1,335 votes, Wayne Oborn, 1,340 votes, and 124 write-ins. So we will now administer the oath of office to the newly elected members. So could Jessica Maddox please come up, and would you raise your right hand? And Dory Harvey. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let me just get the right sheet here. Hold on one second. Sorry. Yeah, would you?
Stand next to me. Stand.
Okay.
Ask me to take pictures.
Okay. Okay, so I state your name.
I, Dory Harvey,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and this state
and this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I state your name.
I, Dory Harvey,
Do solemnly swear that I possess
do solemnly swear that I possess
the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of a Board of Education,
that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of the member
that I am not disqualified as a voter
that I am not disqualified as a voter
pursuant to RS 19-4-1,
pursuant to RS 19-4-1,
nor disqualified due to conviction of a crime or offense
nor disqualified due to conviction of a crime or offense
listed in NJSA, really, 18A 12-1,
listed in NJS 18A 12-1,
and that I will faithfully, impartially,
and that I will faithfully, impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of that office
all the duties of that office
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Do you,
So does she come up here now?
do you want to get a
Up
picture?
here?
I think now,
Turn around so your parents, your family can get a picture. Parents. Now you come sit.
Okay. Yes, yes, please come in.
You can sit.
Next time we can move around however you want to. Okay, so now I'll do a roll call. Okay, just for being present. Mrs. Agliaro,
Here.
Mrs. Amadeo,
Here.
Mr. Frage,
here.
Mr. Gonzalez,
Here.
Mrs. Harvey,
Here.
Mrs. Jewett,
Here.
Mrs. Santos.
Here.
Okay, and then, okay, so, yeah, you're not listed here. Mrs. Maddox. I mean, I know you're, okay. I'm not going to read all this. Okay, as part of the reorganization meeting, the floor is now open to receive nominations for the office of President of the Watchung Borough Board of Education. Do I have any nominations?
I'd like to nominate Mrs. Agliaro as board president.
I second.
Okay, Manny, second. Okay, do I have another nomination? Okay, hearing none. The floor is now open for a motion to close the nominations.
So moved.
I can,
Okay. Now we'll do the vote. I'll call your name, and, well, I guess you'll just vote. It will only be for Mrs. Agliaro. Okay, Mrs. Jewett,
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalez,
Yes.
Mrs. Amadeo,
Yes.
Mrs. Maddox,
Yes.
Mrs. Agliaro,
Yes.
Mrs. Santos, yes, and Mr. Frage,
yes.
Mrs. Harvey.
Yes.
Okay. Mrs. Jennifer Agliaro is hereby elected as president of the Watchung Borough Board of Education. Okay, you may just move. Wherever you want to sit. I know, right?
Thank you, everyone, for your confidence and trust. We have a really great crew here, and I'm very excited for the year to come and the collaborations that are to follow. Thank you. I would like to now move on to nominating and electing the board vice president. So the floor is now open to receive nominations for the office of vice president of the Watchung Borough Board of Education.
I would like to nominate Manuel Gonzalez.
Second.
Any further nominations? Okay, hearing no additional nominations, the floor is now open for a motion to close nominations.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Do you read out?
I'll do the roll call. Okay. Okay, Mrs. Santos?
Yes.
Mrs. Amadeo?
Yes.
Mrs. Jewett?
Yes.
Mrs. Harvey?
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalez? Mrs. Maddox?
Yes.
Mr. Frage?
Yes.
And Mrs. Agliaro?
Yes.
And Manuel Gonzalez is hereby elected as the Vice President of the Watchung Borough Board of Education.
Okay, so we're now going to move on to comments from the public on agenda items. We welcome input from the public. There are 2 times during the meeting when the public is invited to speak. The first opportunity to comment on agenda items only is now. The second opportunity for public comment is towards the end of the meeting. Total time allotted for public comment is 30 minutes. Before you make your comment, please state your name, municipality of residence, and if you are representing an organization. In the event it appears the public comment portion of the meeting may exceed 30 minutes, the presiding officer may limit each statement made by a participant to 3 minutes duration. Our public forums are not structured as a question and answer session, but rather are offered as opportunities to share input with the board. In instances where the board feels a response is needed, the presiding officer or superintendent will address the comment. New Jersey statutes do not permit the board to discuss personnel or hiring in public session. Names of students should not be used. Members of the public should consider their comments in light of legal rights of those affected and identified in their comments and be aware that they are personally legally responsible with potential liability for comments that they make to the board. The board shall not be held liable for comments made by members of the public. Okay. So seeing we have no comments, all right, move on to our reorganization action items. We won't be doing item 1 because, as Mrs. Bishop Johnson stated, Mrs. Gwen Thornton is not here. So Phyllis, could I ask that you move item B?
Yes. Adopt the New Jersey School Board Members' Code of Ethics. Whereas it is recommended that each year boards of education review and endorse the New Jersey School Boards Association's Code of Ethics, thereby affording individual members the opportunity to declare themselves willing to abide by these principles. The following action will renew this commitment. Resolved, upon the recommendation of the superintendent, that the Watchung Board of Education adopts the following New Jersey School Board Member Code of Ethics. Number 1, I will uphold and enforce all laws, state board rules and regulations, and court orders pertaining to schools. Desired changes should be brought only through legal and ethical procedures.
Yeah, and then I just wanted to go around the table. We'll each read a line item until we're done. So Jessica.
Number 2.
So number 2.
Yeah.
I will.
Okay. I will make decisions in terms of the educational welfare of children, and I will seek to develop and maintain public schools which meet the individual needs of all children regardless of their ability, race, creed, sex, or social standing.
3, I will confine my board action to policy making, planning, and appraisal, and will help to frame policies and plans only after the board has consulted those who will be affected by them.
Or I will carry out my responsibility not to the administrator, to administrator of the schools, but together with my fellow board members to see that they will run, that they are well run.
Number 5, I will recognize that that authority rests with the Board of Education, and I will make no personal promises nor take any private action which may compromise the board.
Number 6, I will refuse to surrender my independent judgment to special interest or partisan political groups, or to use the schools for personal gain or for the gain of friends.
Number 7, I will hold confidential all matters pertaining to the schools which, if disclosed, would needlessly injure individuals or the schools, but in all the other matters, I will provide accurate information and, in concert with my fellow board members, interpret to the staff the aspirations of the community for its schools.
Hello. Okay, just making sure it works. I will vote to appoint the best qualified personnel available after consideration of the recommendation of the Chief Administrative Officer.
Number 9, I will support and protect school personnel in proper performance of their duties.
Number 10, I will refer all complaints to the superintendent and will act on such complaints at public meeting only after failure of administrative solution.
Have a second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Okay. Mr. Frage,
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalez,
Yes.
Mrs. Jewett,
Yes.
Mrs. Santos,
Yes.
Mrs. Maddox,
Yes.
Mrs. Harvey,
Yes.
Mrs. Amadeo,
Yes.
Mrs. Aguilera,
Yes.
and motion passes.
Okay. Danielle, can I have you move items C through W?
Yes. I move item C, approve continuation of New Jersey School Boards Association membership. Did you say and D?
All the way through W.
D, establish time and place of board meetings. E, designate official newspapers. F, adopt parliamentary procedures. G, approve annual appointments. H, approve depositories. I, approve authorized signatures. J, authorize agents for requesting federal and state funds. K, authorize implementation of budget. L, designate petty cash accounts custodians. M, designate school funds investor. N, adopt uniform minimum chart of accounts. O, approve disability insurance plans. P, approve tax shelter annuity companies. Q, designate claims approver. R, designate line item transfers approver. S, continue current contracts. T, authorize procurement of goods and services through state contract. U, approve cooperative pricing system participation. V, authorize the business administrator to invest funds in the New Jersey Asset and Rebate Management Program. W, approve affirmative action grievance procedures.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Okay. Mr. Gonzalez,
Yes.
Mrs. Jewett,
Yes.
Mrs. Santos,
Yes.
Mrs. Maddox,
Yes.
Mrs. Harvey,
Yes.
Mr. Frage,
Yes.
Mrs. Amadeo,
Yes.
Mrs. Aguilera.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Any board business? No? Okay. This is our second opportunity for comments from the public. Do we have anyone? No? Ask for a move to adjourn the meeting?
Moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
No.
Everyone in favor, say aye.
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 Easy.
Meeting adjourned.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Love a smooth